Gecko, the old school gamer, presenting One and Done. Now, this is a mouthful here. Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Classic. Classics. Wait. Ultimate Genesis Collection. Damn it. Okay, I fucked up the title card. So that's going to be a little different.
Sega.
Oh, shit. There we go. Boom. So, this is awesome. This is one of the first Xbox 360 games I had to have. Because I bought the Xbox 360 because I wanted SmackDown versus Raw. You could do your own music on music tracks and shit on that. But then this came along and I was like, oh my god. I missed the Genesis. So I picked this up and it's cool. The other one I had, but it was on what was it on? PlayStation? I had on PlayStation, one of the PlayStations I had like Midway Classics, and I don't have that anymore. So I was a little bummed by not having that arcade classics. But this I love these collection games, because some of these games are way expensive, and like it's fuck that. But here we go. This is also not to be confused with this one. Okay, this is on the Xbox One. This is the Sega Genesis Classics. And this has 17 games the other one doesn't have. And this has 12 games that this doesn't have. Okay, so there's about 15 to 12 games. There's 12 to 17 games that are different on each one of these. So this has 100% Genesis games. Okay? And this has 6 arcade games that you can unlock by Sega. When I say arcade games, I mean actual arcade games made by Sega. In other words, Alien Syndrome. Well, I'll show you, but this has no arcade games. This is all Genesis ported games. So, in other words, Golden Axe is an arcade game, but Golden Axe 1, 2, and 3 are in this, right? Couple other arcade games are in here. Now, that means Also, there's about 20 games that are on both of these at the same time, like Alex Kidd. And Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3 are both on both of these. Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic Spinball, Sonic Mean Bean Machine. Well, that's Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean, but you know what I mean. So those are on both of these. Beyond Oasis is on both of these. So there's more games on there together on both of these, but then the other quarter to half are not on here. So not to confuse you as much, we're going to go with boom, this, because this is what we're looking at, the Xbox 360. So this has arcade games. In fact, what's the cover say? Family game. So Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. Now it doesn't. I'll get into it when we go here. Boom. There we go. Okay. So, boom. Comic Zone is in both. Alex Kidd is in both. This Bonanza Brothers is in both. Ristar's in both. So, there are... on top of the arcade, they also have a couple Master Systems games. Phantasy Star 1, which is not in... it's not in this game. Because this has strictly Genesis games. So, but this has arcade and the Nintendo version of their Genesis. So or Nintendo version of Sega. So in other words, the Master Systems. Okay, so now I'll get to that. Let me see here. Boom. And I want that. Okay, cool. So there are similarities, and then there's plenty of differences. So to have both of these is not a problem. Okay.
Sega.
Okay, Backbone Entertainment. Here we go. Boom. There we go. Here. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So what I've done is I went through here, and for example, let's start with Alex Kidd. Now we can do this alphabetically, or by release of the year release, or by genre, but or if you have your favorites or not. Okay, so what I've done here is for the rating system, I do 5. Well, I'll call those stars, but basically 5 stars means that it's not on the other game. Okay? Although I think this is on the other game. Alien Storm? I think it might be. But for the most part, this is right. So, yeah. So Alex Kidd is 3 stars because it's on both games, both systems. Vector Man is on both systems. 2 is on. So all of these are on both systems. Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3 are on both systems. Now Sonic Hedgehog 3 is not on the Xbox One version because Michael Jackson has the rights to the music. And because, he helped create the music, if you don't know. Now, because all the shit Michael Jackson was being quite controversial for a while, they stopped putting any Sonic 3s on the collections. So I'm very fortunate to have Xbox 360 that has Sonic 3, and I'm also pretty fortunate to have you know, the actual cart. And if you know, you know, Sonic and Knuckles was part of that package deal with Michael Jackson. And because he was such a fuck up, apparently, they yanked all their shit from all future compilations and stuff. So you can't even buy the singles on Xbox Store and all that. So luckily I have this. So that's why that's the 3-star, because that's not on the other compilation. 2 and 1 is, and Sonic Spinball and 3D Blast and Sonic and Knuckles is not. Now, Shinobi 3, these are all part of that other. Now, I know you're saying, well, that's most of these games are definitely on that one. Well, the variances are coming up. So both the Eco Dolphin games are in here, which is amazing. I'm like, what? I have part 1 on the cart. There's this, it's on the one and done. You could search it. E-SWAT, Dynamite Heavy, all these are on the part 1. So here's where it varies quite a bit, actually. Like I said, some of these games are not on the other one, but most of these ones are. Now, none of these on extras under the extra menu. None of this is in the Xbox One Sega compilation. Got interviews. Now, I'm not big on interviews, especially when they don't speak English. And you can read the commentary or the captions, but for interviews, I really don't do that. But what you got to do, for example, right here, Ristar. To get this guy's interview unlocked, you have to collect 5 yellow stars in the game Ristar. And here I've already... So each one of these extras you have to unlock. So I've already done most of this. So this is cool. Now this is an arcade game by Sega. And this is actually on the Nintendo. Or, no, Genesis. Is it on the Genesis? It might actually be on Nintendo as well. Alien Syndrome. This is actually a really cool ass game. This is an arcade version of Altered Beast, which I did beat the other night. And I was like, fuck, I wasn't recording. So, I will. It was so easy because it's arcade. So, you die, you put in your quarters, you die again, you put in another quarter, you die again, you put in another. It's continuous. So infinite continues gets you to the end, basically. Now, this game's a little fucked up. Congo, but this is an arcade game as well. I haven't unlocked this yet, so I don't know what this is. I think it's a Masters Systems game. So it's basically Sega's Nintendo, right? 8-bit system. This is actually pretty cool. This is very much a Sega style. It's like Phantasy Star, but it's 8-bit. It's interesting. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This reminds me of Dragon Warrior. You know what? Fuck it. I'll show you. Yeah. So this is like a Dragon Warrior. It's like Cartman style figures and your open world type shit, RPG. And this is an 8-bit Phantasy Star, which the characters are tall and skinny. They actually don't look right. See, play the original Sega Masters Systems Phantasy Star. So that's cool. the original arcade of Shinobi. So this is, I don't know what this is. This is probably the arcade of Space Harrier. I haven't unlocked this yet. This is an arcade version of Zaxxon. I think that's how you say it. It's like a weird 3D shooter almost. It's like asymmetric shooting. Okay, you know what? I'll show you this real quick. Boom. We don't need a storyline, do you? Not to check this. So this game was made in '91. So I'm gonna load data. There we go. Gecko. I started a little bit of this. And it's like, oh wow, it looks like okay. So if you play Sega enough, this definitely has a Genesis style, like the Kellers and all that, but it's 8-bit, okay? So if you look at like another RPG, yeah, the characters are taller, the style, the art style, yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. The art style's very similar to this, and this is 8-bit. So that leads me to believe that the Master System might have had better graphics than the Nintendo, but nobody knew about it because Nintendo's advertisement was so much more massive, you know. So this, so you know, you have your, it's very much Zelda-ish with the a hint of Dragon Warrior, and boy, the control, like, to explain control, it's 4 ways: left, right, up, and down. Okay, right? But you see how fluid it is versus the Nintendo fluidity. So you really have to press left to go left on Zelda, and then you have to stop and push up. I mean, it's not zippy like this. This is very, very fluid. Now, I don't know if it's just because it's ported to the Xbox 360, but I definitely say this looks like Dragon Warrior meets Zelda for sure. So I'm getting these tusks or some shit from these. So this is cool. There's dungeons, and to go when you die, I don't know where the dungeon is, but let me try to find the dungeon here real quick. I don't want to die, but when you go to a dungeon, no, this is a dead town. I'm not sure where the dungeon is. Let's go to the dungeon. Yeah, okay, I think we're close. Right here. Yes, okay. So again, looks like Zelda, right? And then you go in here, you have 3 stars, okay? You go in here, boom. It's Zelda, right? I mean, good lord. Right? And I'll even die in here, okay? So we have bats too, just like Zelda. But honestly, the graphics are actually kind of better, you know? So here we go. Boom. You know what? I'm just going to go die, because what's going to happen is I'm in the dungeon. So this is where I would die, right? Boom, I'm dead. I hit continue. Voila. Just like Zelda. 1. I'm back in. This is where I start. Now, if I leave here, right? If I leave here, now I wish I could tell you where to go. What the fuck was that? Was that the ferry? Like, or is that a bee? That's a bee. That hurts. Okay. I was like, yeah, they're ripping everything off. Look at that. Look at that. That guy comes out of the water, right? How fucking Zelda is this? Zelda ripoff. This is amazing. This is your Zelda if you're on Sega. I mean, it's definitely more Zelda than it is Dragon Quest, but it looks like, oh my god. You know what? Dragon Warrior is definitely not, this is, look, you could probably get something here to move the rocks or blow the rocks up, right? Look, I'm not knocking it. This game's awesome. But it is what it is. Look at this. Okay, so let's say I die, right? Let's die here. Boom, boom. Come on, kill me, motherfucker. Okay, I'm dead. I'm going to continue. I'm probably going to continue where Zelda would continue in the open world at the start, where I saved, right? There we go. Awesome, right? I mean, this is amazing. So I had Zelda without knowing I had Zelda. When I had the Xbox 360, because this is one of my original Xbox 360 games that I actually bought. So you can actually save and load games, so you don't have to use the ends in here, or whatever. I'm gonna exit the game. Video setup, I think. Okay, so you can adjust your screen size, like, see here, up in there, right? But I just keep it at default. I wish I could change the background, but I think the background changes with your every game. So each game has its own background, which is pretty cool. Okay, so that's Golden Axe Warrior. And so you have to see the difference between Phantasy Star 2 versus Phantasy Star 1 on 8-bit. So this is Master System's version of Phantasy Star. This was the first Phantasy Star game released. And it's so much I've played Phantasy Star 2, obviously. But it reminds me so much of that. But it's like 8-bit. And you know what's weird? I don't think it looks right. It's like these cutscenes are good. Very good, actually. But, check this out. If you've ever seen 8-bit version of this, like look at this. It's almost, oh my god, there's a swastika. I forgot about that. But, it's almost like, the characters are meant to be shrunk down in size. But also, you notice I am moving as quick as I can, right? But it's not as zippy as, let's say, Golden Axe Warrior. So I'm going to see this guy. In some dungeons, you will not get far without some sort of light. Okay, so give me a fucking candle, bitch. Okay, so just like any other RPG, you're going to walk around and you're going to check shit out and talk to people. Hey, this guy's here again. So the Caminite residential area is under martial law. Okay. So I'm sure they're telling us stuff. Unless you hope to die, you had best stay here. Okay, I'll stay here. No. Now the layout is almost, I think, is almost kind of similar. You know, you got the bubbles of building. I mean, the art style is very similar to the 16-bit, but obviously the 16-bit version definitely is probably better graphically. I mean, definitely better graphically, but you know, this is definitely. I'd say it definitely looks weirder as an 8-bit game. Let's do a battle real quick. Let's find somebody to kill. Come on, let's go. Here we go. So here's your typical 8-bit style, almost. Well, I guess this style would be more like Dragon Warrior, right? You know, face on one. I think Final Fantasy was the first one to do side by side, right? So we're probably going to get our ass killed. Yep, we're dead. We got 1 hit point left. Alyssa's hope cannot overcome the power. The adventure is over. So now I don't have. Do I have a thing in here? No, I don't. Okay, cool. I don't have a save game in there. I haven't played this much. But yeah, it's cool. This is dope too. You know, I have this Sega collection on Xbox One, so most of those games I play on there. But this, I like the extra unlockables on this. You know. Oh, look at this arcade setup. Let's go easy. 4 lives, timer, a lot. Oops. Well, I was going to say, if I could turn off the timer, that'd be awesome. Okay, so this game is also on 8-bit. Look at this. This is cool.
Round 1.
Round 1.
The time bomb is set.
The time bomb is set. Arcade voice acting. Love it. So you got to collect these people, right? And upgrades and shit. But you got aliens you got to deal with. You got to deactivate bombs and save these people here. They're kind of stuck in shit. Now the map, you hit this map button and it'll show you where you're at. Right? So, and it shows you where your bombs are. Or your people. Oh, son of a bitch. Ah, fuck. I just got hit twice. And this is an exit. Son of a bitch, he spit that shit out at me. Oh, shit. Game over. Yeah, it's cool. I dig it. Yeah, I'll just exit. So on top of these extras, man, those extras is definitely better than the Xbox One Sega collection. You know, like I said, these games are pretty much all on. These games are basically like, except for Eco Dolphin. I mean, I have this on the actual Sega cart, but I don't have that one. So this is cool that I can play both of them. Flicky, Golden Axe, Gang Ground, Kid Chameleon, Fantasy Star 2, 2, 3, and 4. All of this is on the Sega Genesis, except for the Knuckles and Hedgehog. And I want to say Alien Storm is on the other one, but I might be wrong. But yeah, it's definitely worth a get, even if you have the Xbox One version, because the extra games on here are what really is. It's really where it's at, you know. So I like this. This is dope. So, Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. Yes, get it. It's awesome. If you can find it. I don't know actually how much it is on Lukey Games, but I think maybe because of the Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, because of the whole, you know, Michael Jackson music library being on hold and shit like that, this game might actually be kind of expensive. Who knows? I don't know. I was excited to have it and kept it, you know, so that's cool. I like it. This is good. This is good, and definitely get this, and you can get this too. I play this more for the Sega games than I do on this one. And like I said, I play this for the extra games. That's not on this. Now this has 17 games that this doesn't have. Okay, and this has 12 games that this doesn't have. And obviously, some of those 12 games are arcade and master systems. So this has more games specifically for Sega Genesis that this doesn't have. Okay? So, in case I haven't confused you enough, adios, amigos, before I really fuck your head up. So, later.